Did you know that we have over 600 muscles in our body? And while we're not going to work each one every single day, because who actually has time for that, I am going to take you through a workout routine that works the main muscles that we use every day throughout our body that's great to have strengthened so that we can stay functioning, upright, balanced, and overall healthy as we age. But before we get into the exercise, I want to give you some general knowledge and overview about our muscular system and how it contributes to homeostasis and how it changes as we age. The muscular system is one of the major systems of the human body, and it's primarily responsible for creating movement, maintaining posture, and producing heat. All of our muscles are constantly in use, all working together to create voluntary actions like walking or lifting up things, or involuntary actions like breathing and digestion, things we're constantly doing and never even think about. Our bodies are so crazy. It's so cool. We have three main types of muscle tissue in our body. The first is skeletal muscle. These muscles are attached to bones with the help of tendons, and they allow our bodies to move. They're under voluntary control, which means that we choose when we use them. The second kind of muscle tissue that we have in our body is smooth muscle tissue. It's found in organs such as the stomach, intestines, and blood vessels. They work automatically to move substances through our body. And the third kind of muscle tissue is found in only one part of our bodies, right in here, the cardiac muscle tissue. Found only in our hearts, it contracts continuously and rhythmically without conscious control to pump blood through our heart and our bodies. Now let's talk about how it works with our other systems in our body and why that's important. Picture this. It's Halloween. There's a spooky skeleton in your neighbor's yard. How does that skeleton work with the muscular system to actually create the movement of a human body? Muscles are attached to bone to create movement. The skeletal system and the muscular system work alongside each other to be able to keep us upright, balanced, and maintain our posture and stability. Our nervous system works alongside our musculatory system to send signals to trigger muscle contractions. Our respiratory system provides oxygen for energy production throughout the day or throughout certain exercises. So why do we need our muscular system to keep us alive? And how does it contribute to homeostasis? Our muscular system does so many things for us. It keeps us upright with good posture. It allows us to show our facial expressions in many different emotions. And it regulates our body temperature through shivering. There's several diseases and disorders that affect maturing adults as we age, especially due to muscle mass loss. Sarcopenia is a reduction of skeletal muscle. Between the ages of 30 to 50 years old, adults lose roughly 10% of their muscle mass throughout those years. Between the years of 50 to 80 years old, adults lose roughly 40% of their muscle mass in that time. Typically, lower limb muscle mass is lost first, and that's pretty important because that keeps you upright, balanced, and if that muscle mass has decreased, that means that you're more likely to have falls and your independence very quickly fades away. Think of use it or lose it. The more that we use our muscles throughout our lives, the stronger our bodies are going to be as we age. Have you ever heard the term feel the burn? Well, there's been a pretty big myth around what actually causes that burn, and I'm going to debunk this for you. For decades, science incorrectly taught us that lactic acid was built up in the muscles and caused the next day pains in our muscles and made them tight and stiff. During intense training, your muscles need energy faster than the oxygen can supply it. Your body switches into something called anaerobic glycolysis, which produces lactate. The burning sensation during intensity training does not come from lactic acid, it comes from hydrogen ions that are produced alongside lactate. But because lactate appears at the same time as the burn, it got blamed for it. But in reality, lactate isn't causing the burn, it's helping you handle it. It keeps energy production going, it buffers the acidity in your body to delay fatigue, and it recycles the glucose in your body into more fuel. It also supports muscle growth pathways. But I'm tired of talking now, so let's work our bodies and actually let ourselves feel that burn. Let's start with a warm-up. We're going to loosen up all of our joints because when we work with weights, we don't want to risk pulling or pinching any nerves or tendons. Personally, I'm not a fan of doing my exercises at the gym. I love doing a mix of Pilates floor mat exercises mixed in with some resistance training just at home, and on a nice sunny day, I'll even take this routine outdoors. Make sure to engage your core as you're warming up so that we have proper function of mobility as we're warming our bodies up before we start our training. We're going to be opening up our hips, our shoulders, any joint and sockets that would be attached to muscles where that real flexation of our muscles is going to be happening. During our circuit of exercises, each movement can be done using a weight, a resistance band, or simply your body weight. Please feel free to use a chair for stability or to do any of the exercises in a sitting position. It does not matter what method you choose. What matters is that you're here, and by being here, you are choosing to invest in your health, and not just of your muscular system, but of your whole body. Starting out this circuit, we are going to be working on our bicep brachii, doing bicep curls. This movement can be done with a weight, a resistance band, or just using air curls. You're going to curl the weight or the band alternating on either side, keeping your elbows tucked at your sides. Remember, all muscles pull, so we want to make sure that our muscles are fully engaged in that one bicep brachii area throughout each movement. While we're still standing, let's give our arms a break and head over to working our glutes. During this exercise, you can use a weight, a resistance band placed just above your knees, or you can use a chair to use a sit-to-stand method. For a sit-to-stand modification, sit on a sturdy chair, slowly stand up, then sit back down with control. For regular glutes, sit your hips back, keep your knees in line with your toes. If you're using one, hold your weight at your chest and make sure your core is engaged during the entire motion. It sucks to work out, but trust me, working your abdominal muscles is very important. It helps aid in balance, back strength, and mobility. Our standing knee lift exercise is going to work our abdominals, deep core stabilizers, hip flexors, and increase our balance system. Raise one knee, lowering it slowly, and alternate sides. Let your hands support your lower back, and if needed, hold on to a counter or a chair for balance. You can add ankle weights if you'd like, and if needed, this exercise can be done while being seated. Next up, tricep extensions. I've moved onto the mat on the floor, but please feel free to do this standing or seated, wherever you're most comfortable. For this movement, you guessed it, we will be working our triceps. Keep your arms still and close to the body while extending and squeeze at full extension mark. It is time to row your boats, everybody. This exercise uses your lats, rhomboids, and rear delts, aka your upper and middle back. Bent over or seated, you can use a weight, resistance band, or just your arms. Keep your core engaged the entire time and really make sure you're squeezing your shoulder blades at the top. And our final movement is everybody's favorite, the push-up. Push-up engages your pectoral, tricep, and shoulder muscles. Please feel free to modify this exercise however you'd like, whether that's full plank, on your knees, or against the wall. In my personal opinion, I love doing the knees because I'd prefer to have posture and control in each movement so I can slow down a little bit compared to struggling and not having the right foreign posture during my movements. Make sure your core is engaged and your shoulders are at a 45-degree angle. For a wall modification, stand a few feet away from the wall, place your hands on the wall at chest height, and slowly lower in. And that wraps up the muscular system. I'd recommend stretching for another 3 to 5 minutes after your workout, but I hope you learned a lot and you felt the burn. Thanks for watching!